This is Robert Comer at 1512 Wreath Avenue, Manhattan, Kansas, 66503. The time is 10:19 p.m. And this is the Dexcom G7 that I'm going to take off my arm, which was installed, you can see here, January 6th, 2025. Lot number 18242340001. And that number '21 on there is 364-323-922-758. This is the one I'm taking off my arm right now. Okay. And there's the one I just took off that expired. The message here on the receiver. And it says, time left in grace period, 11 hours, 36 minutes. And you push the button there for the new sensor. This is going to be the new sensor I'm going to attach. There's the lot number, 18242890003, and that the number after 21 is 822-594-222-257. And there was the lot number. I wish these things were not reversed, but that's just the way this camera, unfortunately, operates. Okay, here is the applicator. The number of it is 5864. You can see the other numbers on it there. It says 2024-10-01 to 2026-03-31. And then that 21 number on there is 822-594-222257. Okay, and this is the applicator for the new one I'm going to install. Okay, I pushed a button. I'm holding it in here on my arm. Looks like it's about 10:32 or so. We got about 5 minutes, 49 seconds up here on the recording. Okay, it's installed. Okay, I'll put the seal around it. Okay. And as you can see, it's installed on my arm. Okay. So I'm going to push the button here where it says Start New Sensor. Okay, it says session stopped. There's a time there. Remove sensor, already did. Insert new sensor, we just did. Okay, I'm going to go down here. And it says there at the bottom there, new sensor is inserted. And I'll hit the button so that it takes that. Now it says find pairing code. Okay. Of course, we know it's right here, 5864. Next, here it's asking for the numbers, which of course I told you is 5864. Okay, I put in 5864, and I'm going to push submit. Searching for sensor. Keep your receiver within 3 feet of sensor. Wait up to 10 minutes. Okay, so we're very close to the new sensor on my arm. It says 10, there's 10:29 p.m. Notice it is not connecting to the receiver. (10:30 p.m.) Still looking for the sensor, or for the receiver to connect to the new sensor. Searching for sensor. (10:31). (10:32). Still not finding the receiver. We're very close, within about a foot of the sensor. At 10:33 p.m. (10:34 p.m.) Still searching. (10:35 p.m.) We're within a foot of the sensor on my arm. Still at 10:36 p.m. There's 10:37 p.m. Still searching. So of course this is the brand new sensor that I just installed here on January 16th, 2025 at my home, 1512 Reith Avenue, Manhattan, Kansas, 66503. Of course, my name's Robert Comer II. Dexcom G7 system. (10:38 p.m.) (10:39 p.m.) Still searching. 10:40 p.m. Still searching. Yeah. Yep, 10:40 p.m. Still trying to connect the sensor to the receiver here. Okay, we're at 10:41 p.m. (10:42 p.m.), January 16th, 2025. And this was the brand new sensor that I just installed. Still at 10:42. Still can't find the sensor. (10:43 p.m.), getting close to 10:44, not yet. There's 10:44 p.m. Sensor has not connected with the receiver here. (10:44 p.m.), January 16th, 2025. Robert Comer II. Of course, I've been using Dexcom system to start with the 6 and then to the 7. for years. Okay, we're now at 10:45 p.m. Sensor failed. Remove sensor now. Okay. And then it says start new. No readings or alerts until you start a new sensor. Start new sensor. There's the button I can push. Okay. There's the new sensor. I have not put a new one on. There's the one that I just put in like 15 minutes ago. Okay, I'm now going to push start new sensor. It says sensor failed, remove, and then I'm going to, it says insert new sensor. I'm going to go down. Now it says, I went down to where it says new sensor is inserted. Of course, I haven't put a new sensor in, okay, but I'm going to tell it that there is a new sensor. Now it wants the pairing code. And I'm going to use the same one as I did here. 5864. Okay, 5864 is what I used initially. I'm going to push submit. Searching for sensor. So I told you before, look at this. That's the same sensor that just failed. I just told the system that there's a new sensor. I used the exact same 4 numbers off the applicator. And almost immediately, what do we have? Pairing complete at 10:48 p.m. Always keep your receiver within 20 feet of sensor. And then it says finish. So I'm going to push the finish. And there it says sensor warm up, less than 3 minutes and 35 seconds now. Here's the warm-up. Now we're down to 2 minutes and so many seconds. The thing is, back over 2 months, I've done this exact same procedure. This is the 8th sensor that I have now done this to. All 8 of them said they failed. Then I told the receiver that a new one was installed. I used the exact same application 4 numbers. And sure enough, it connected, pairing complete. And now we have the warm-up. I mean, if I didn't do this, I'd have to send this failed sensor back to Dexcom G7, for a replacement. Now we're down to 1 minute and seconds. All the times I've done this in the past, over 2 months, all of them, the warm-up works, and then the sensor that it failed, but I reinstalled, lasts for the whole 10 days until it expires. So it isn't just 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, okay? It's like this has happened over 2 months. At least like 10 of these sensors have all done this. And I decided to do a little experiment over 2 months ago and just tell it, hey, I just installed a new sensor, and see if it would work with the one that I had just installed and had failed. Now we're down to 40. Look at the, we're almost down, 44, 43, 42 seconds. $31, $30, $20, okay, getting close. How about that? Warm-up complete. You are now getting readings and alerts. And there's the time, 10:52 p.m. So I did this to prove to you that a failed sensor can be reinstalled, tell the system it's new, but it isn't, and just use the same 4 numbers off the applicator. And next thing you know, it pairs, and then it goes through the warm-up, and the warm-up is complete. Okay? So this is January 16th, 2025. We're now at 10:53 p.m. and the warm-up's complete. And I'm going to hit OK. And now it's giving indications of glucose levels from the sensor. (10:54 p.m.) 10:55 p.m. I can see a point there. It's got a it received from the sensor.